Hi, and welcome back to the Glory Days. This is episode 14, and we have been busy. If you caught the previous episode, we were extremely worried about the finances, but we got some good news. The sales have gone through, new sponsors have come in, and the club has made a profit this month of 71 million. And our overall balance now is 63 million. That's after we've purchased a bunch of players. You can see when we started last season, we had a balance actually in the minus, so we were worried, but the future is looking rosy for Fiorentina, and the sponsors look like this. Main kit, 21 million for 2 years, and we've got a few other bits and pieces. Some of this has changed, I can't remember exactly which ones came in, but it's all added up to a tidy little profit. You can see our projections now changed. This was set to be a loss. This is only expected to be 25 million profit at the end of the next season, and this was a lot less too. So everything is looking good here, and now it's about building this squad into something which potentially is going to compete for the Champions League in the future. We have other good news, which is that Milenkovic, who is expected to leave the club this season, has been tied down to a new contract until 2027 on quite a large wage at 110k, but now a star player. We certainly don't need to sell him on the cheap anymore. Same with Vlahovic. He's tied down till 2026. He is wanted, but he's happy unless someone comes in with a £92 million offer, and then we would have to sell him. At the moment that looks unlikely. The most we've had an offer of is about 66 million, so we should be relatively safe, but if something does come in, we'd have a little bit of funds there. And with the rest of the squad, you may notice Torreira's still here. We managed to continue his loan for another season, and the same with Odriozola. So as you can see, the squad looks the same as last season, so you might be thinking, what does he mean busy? Well, we have actually made quite a few signings, and we'll get to those. But if you're looking forward to this, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more content on the way. Now let's get into those transfers. So we were debating what to do, whether we went for youngsters, whether we went for players in their prime. Well, we've went the youngster route with the confirmation that we've got our main stars signed on big money deals. We've also got the loans back. It made sense to bring in players who are going to bring us a profit. So we have brought in Retsos. He's a defender with 3.5 star potential ability, 2.5 star at the moment, but he's a ball playing defender. We also brought in Eugenio Pizzuto from Lille. He's a defensive midfielder. He costs us 3.3 million, which is quite on the expensive side, but he's already worth more than that. The next signing we made was Jota from Benfica. He's 2.5 star at the moment. He's going to provide backup to Bonaventura. He has 3.5 star potential ability, and he cost us 5.25 million. We also brought in Hugo Ekiteke. Hard one that. His potential is a little bit more unknown. So he's 2 star at the moment, potentially 2.5 star, maybe even 3.5 star. We've brought him in, we're going to see if we can get something. He didn't cost as much, 600k. I believe we'll make a small profit at the very least on him, but we're going to let him develop. He's 20. Fagner, he cost us 1 million. Can play up front or on the wings. Only 18. Ricardo Pagano cost us 3 million. He's only 17. He can play in centre midfield. He's not the fastest, but if we play him in the position that he likes, advanced midfielder or Mazzala, that's not too crucial. Again, 3.5 star ability. Elliot Matazzo, a ball winning midfielder, central midfielder, fairly versatile. 3 star potential, 2 star at the moment. A centre back, again, a ball playing centre back. Looks quite good actually at 19, his mental stats are good. Physicals are okay apart from strength and acceleration. 2 star, 3 star potential. Pedro Brazal, 2 star, 3 star potential. Can play anywhere across that front 3 apart from the striker. His finishing could do with a bit of improvement, but he's great flair, determination. Already got good physicals. He looks like he could develop into something pretty good. And on the outgoings, we've pretty much got rid of a lot of the youngsters. The main income from outgoings was Federico Chiesa, which is an early one already organised from last season. So that's left us with quite a strong squad now. We have a lot more options. Particularly the one that I'm really excited about is Kouame. So Kouame can play in that pressing forward role, just like Vlahovic. He's had a really good start to the season. Just in the friendlies, scored 3 and only 1 start, 3 subs. What I would say is Bonaventura is looking like he's actually starting to decline a bit more rapidly than we thought. So I can see his stats are really dropping for like a pace, stamina, and everything else is dropping. So how long he can go this season is a bit of a question mark. So Jota is going to be really quite crucial to get him up to speed pretty quick and get in there. Right back, it's been really troublesome to get a right back, actually. A player who was already at the club, Gabriel Ferrarini, who is going to provide some backup in there, but we have to start the season with Milinkovic on right back, getting in our first game against Napoli. And I think overall there could still be a little bit of movement here, so we may look to even move on Bonaventura if an offer did come in. He was wanted earlier on at the end of last season, even at the beginning of this one. Mali is also extremely unhappy because he didn't get enough game time last season, and I'd also promised him a lot of game time, so he wants to move on, which is a bit of a shame really. I think he's got good potential. The other one, which is a bit of a question mark, is Krunic. Krunic, who we brought in last season, his value is actually increased up to 15 million, almost 16 million. He only cost us 1.3. He was good, but when you look at his stats for last season, he only provided 3 assists and 23 appearances from that box-to-box role, which I'm not really sure is good enough. His average rating was okay, but so the plan here is to give Kastrovali a bit more freedom. He goes Masala in attack, his preferred position. Torreira then becomes a ball-winning midfielder instead of the deep-lying playmaker. And we change Bonaventura to more of a support role in that inside forward. So we kick off this season looking to try and retain our position as champions. But Napoli have the ball here at the beginning. They're on the attack down the right. Politano plays it to Di Lorenzi, who gets into our box. They're playing it between themselves, and we took someone down. No penalty given. But they shoot, and Dragowski saves it. Should be mentioned actually that we still need to get a backup to Dragowski this season. We haven't brought in any youngster who can potentially develop in that position behind him so far. 10 minutes in, and we're not exactly on the front foot here, but Torreira's picked it up. Runs forward, gets it to Januzaj, who continues going down this right wing, plays it to Polgar. Polgar plays the next ball in, but it's too high for Bonaventura. Kastrovali now with the chance. All the way back to Kastrovali, who gets it in, and Vlahovic, it's just hit straight at the goalkeeper and it rebounds off him for a corner. Kastrovali had the header from the corner, but again the goalkeeper saves it. Napoli on the front foot again, get into the box, and the header is just wide. Martinez to Biraghi, Bonaventura to Kastrovali, back to Bonaventura, keeps running forward. Opportunity, can he get an assist here? Plays it Kastrovali, Torreira. And Torreira shoots and scores. It was in off the post there. I wasn't quite sure if it was going to bound out or in. It seemed to go into some sort of slow motion, but the goal's been checked and it's disallowed. There's an offside somewhere. Players were deemed to have interfered with play. It stays 0-0. And again, it's Napoli who are on the attack. And they get it in the header. This time, he does manage to get past their goalkeeper. Torreira's going to have to come off. He's hampered by his injury. Amrabat needs some game time anyway. And Napoli have a chance here right at the end of the first half. We're just not doing enough to get it at the moment. Napoli are playing around us. Played a lovely little bit of play there. They got it in. They get their second. It's 2-0 down. The Champions campaign doesn't start off well. They just made us look like fools there. Passed it around. Got it in. Looked a complete mess. According to the stats, we've looked a better team, but Napoli, they've took their chances. Again, they've been clinical. I've already made a change, so I don't want to make too many. We'll bring on Soto. And I hope that he can do something different on that left wing. It could be time for Bonaventura to make way. Soto already providing some pace down that left wing to Biraghi. But Napoli get it away. Milinkovic picks it up on this right hand side. He runs forward. He's not really going to provide a great cross though. It's not his forte, but he gets it in. And it's cleared. Napoli have a chance to hit us on the break. We collect it though. It's through to Vlahovic. He shoots and he's just not managed to get it again. All of today so far he's hit it straight at the goalkeeper. He's not been quite as efficient with his shooting as he has been in the past. Martinez comes forward. Castrovoli plays it through to Soto. That pace is really showing on this left hand side. It's made a difference. Soto gets it in. Amrabat with the volley, and it's again a thunder strike into the back of the net. This one has to count. Soto so far has made a real impact. He's a player that definitely deserves more game time. Him and Jota, I believe, have got some future ahead of them here. Milinkovic picks it up on this right hand side again. Pulgar to Bukau. Martinez again with the opportunity to come forward. Plays it to Soto again. All the way out to Bragi. He comes forward on this left hand side. He's into Vlahovic, and Vlahovic scores. It's 2-2. 50th goal for Fiorentina. Her main man strikes again, and Bragi, so important to this squad, comes forward, gets the ball in. Vlahovic rises high on the defenders. He's in amongst 4 defenders, still manages to beat them to it, and pounds that header into the back of the net. Suddenly it's 2-2, and we're looking good. We're forward. Milinkovic to Januzaj, and to Bragi. Bragi shoots, and he's scored from outside the box. We just spoke about how crucial he is to the side. He's just picked his spot in the left-hand corner. We told them we wanted more. They've given us more. It's now 3-2. I'll happily take a 3-2 victory here after how the first half looked. Quite unexpected in the end. Soto came in and done well. Soto, I would say, was the difference in that half. It's the question again over Bonaventura. Is he just too old now? Which is it's a real shame after how important he was last season. Bragi was a 9.1. So we finished that game with food for thought. Let me know in the comments if you would sell Bonaventura. I'm still debating how frequently we'll be showing the games in this series. Now that we're past the first season. Maybe a few less episodes because we had 13 last season, and now it's about building a squad which is going to be a lot more competitive in the Champions League and making sure that we can maintain that Champions League position. So I think in the next episode it will be the Lazio game, followed by how we end our transfer window. Hopefully see you there, and thanks for watching.